Good afternoon and welcome to our mug, the Indian Ridge Mac Users Group. We are located in Indian Ridge Country Club in Palm Desert, California. My name is Doug Lindahl and I am the administrator of our mug. All of the material you see here today can be viewed on our website at ourmug.weebly.com. What is iOS 8? Well, the iOS refers to the mobile operating system, the OS, and it's Apple's latest version of the mobile operating system, which is the foundation for the iPhone, the iPad, and the iPod Touch. It comes with a collection of apps that let you do everyday things and the not so everyday things in ways that are intuitive, simple, and fun. And it's loaded with useful features you'll wonder how you ever did without on your phone. What's new in iOS 8? Well, Apple's new mobile operating system comes with big updates to the apps that you use every day, like messages and photos. A whole new way to share content with your family. Exciting new connections between apps and in between devices. All that and more makes iOS 8 the biggest release ever for Apple in the mobile operating system area. As I see it, iOS 8 is divided into 9 major segments: photos, messages, design, QuickType, family sharing, iCloud Drive, health, continuity, spotlight, and really much, much more. I will delve into each of these segments in this presentation. First, let's start with photos, because the new Photos app that is two-platform, both in the mobile system as well as in the new Yosemite operating system for the desktop machines, is really quite powerful and much simpler to use than in the past. One of the features is great new search features, as well as the ability to edit immediately on your iPhone or your iPad without waiting to take it back to a desktop machine. iOS 8 makes it simple to find every shot, whether you're looking for a photo from last week or last year. Now you can search all the photos and videos by the date the picture was taken, the location, or the album name. And you can get smart suggestions. Just tap the search icon and you'll get choices based on what's important to you. Photos that were taken nearby, thanks to the built-in GPS in your iPhone. Photos that were taken same time last year, or your all-time favorite photos. Whatever your skill level, you'll be able to create photo masterpieces right in the Photos app. You don't have to wait to get back to your desktop Mac to do it. And it can make really quite lovely edits for you, as well as allowing you to fine-tune almost every aspect of the photo yourself right on your iPhone or iPad. In addition, it can automatically straighten your horizons and provide an ideal crop to make your pictures look that much better. It does this with what they're calling smart adjustments, which allow you to modify the overall light or brightness in a photo with a single control. Behind the scenes, Apple's new Photos app takes over, adjusting the exposure, the brightness, the contrast, all with great results for everyone, novice and expert alike. The new smart sliders in the Photo app allow you to adjust both the light and the color. Just slide the bar and the app will intelligently analyze each photo, adjusting the exposure, the brightness, the contrast, and more. Want to make your pictures really stand out? Try adding a black and white filter or a sepia finish to the photo right in the iPhone or iPad. And meanwhile, independent developers are creating new apps that will really take your photos to new levels and make them pop. The Photos app allows you to shoot some amazing videos as well, including new time-lapse and slow motion sequences. Imagine recording a sunset or a grandchild's soccer game highlights. Want to take a more professional looking selfie? Instead of holding your arm out in front of your face, just use the new built-in timer function to record your image. All of this and much more can be found in the new Photos app. The second major area of change has to be the Messages app, also known to most of us as texting, that has been updated with some amazing new features. Let's admit it, texting is great for quick note passing, but Apple's new Messages app allows you to record your voice and leave it with a text or an email. After all, nothing conveys human emotion like a human voice. Record a big laugh or sing a small song. You can do it all now with Messages. Just tap on that microphone icon to start recording your message. And record more than your voice. You can shoot a quick video and send it via Messages. After all, actions speak louder than words. Just hold the photo icon till it turns into a red recording button and take a short video. If you start a text with someone and the thread starts going back and forth a while, you can now control the chaos that could result. Tap on the little dialogue at the top called Details in the upper right hand corner and give it a name like Party Planning. Now you can add others to the dialogue as well. And if it all gets too overwhelming with countless texts flying back and forth, you can leave the conversation or turn on a Do Not Disturb switch for a while. The detail tag has some other useful purposes too. The question, where are you, is sometimes hard to answer, but nothing shows it more clearly than a map. You can add your location to a text to help find each other in a crowded shopping mall. Just tap Details to either send my location or share my location. And if you're sharing the location, you can do it for an hour, all day, or indefinitely. You can also tap Details to see every attachment from a conversation. So it's simple to browse through the photos or the videos within a thread without having to go back and forth looking through the earlier messages. Design. When I talk about this, I'm referring to what made Apple devices so cool in the first place, their attention to design. With iOS 8, Apple sets the bar for how an operating system should be, moving the experience forward in so many significant yet seemingly natural ways. You'll notice major new capacities in the features that you use every day, and completely new design features that let you do things you didn't realize you even wanted to do in the first place. Now with interactive notifications, for example, iOS 8 notifies you of new emails and texts as they arrive with a banner across the top of your phone or iPad. You can ignore them, or you can click on them to respond immediately without having to leave the app you are already in. These interactive notifications alert you to new emails and give you reminders of upcoming events so you don't forget an appointment. You can respond or not and carry on with whatever else you are doing in the background. The interactive notifications also work with text messages and invitations, so you can RSVP immediately and place the event on your calendar automatically. As in earlier versions of iOS, a double tap on the round home button brings up the multitasking interface that allows you to swipe left and right between your various open apps. But now there's something new at the top of the screen: the faces or names of your recent contacts. Just tap on one to start a phone call or send a text or even a FaceTime video call. Meanwhile, Siri has learned some new tricks too. If you have your iPhone plugged in and charging in your car, this means the phone is still awake. And you can say, "Hi, Siri," to awaken him or her and start asking questions. You can check the traffic, get a sports score, or make a phone call without having to take your hands off the steering wheel or your eyes off the road. Last spring we discussed some of the amazing new tricks that Siri can now perform. Her list has grown even more over the summer. Here's a quick sampling to give you some ideas on how to get the best results out of your queries. You can now ask Siri to Shazam this, and Siri will tell you what song is playing. And being Apple, they will try to sell you a copy through iTunes. Plus, you can buy books, apps, or movies through iTunes just by asking for the title. And Siri knows all of the sports scores, as well as schedules, rosters, and stats. Ask Siri for movie show times, and even buy a ticket through the Fandango application. Search local restaurants to see reviews and menus, and you can even post to Facebook just by speaking to Siri. Launch any app just by saying open, like open photos or open mail. Tell Siri to set reminders for you. It will open the reminders app and post your requests. Check the local weather or the weather in Seattle. As you head off to bed, ask Siri to wake you in the morning at 7 a.m. Ask where is the nearest Starbucks, and it will show you a map and even give you turn-by-turn directions. Track the stock market during the day, if you dare, just by speaking the company name. I notice Apple stock is up since I took this screenshot. Looking for a friend's phone number or address? If it's in your contacts list, Siri will find it. Set a timer for half an hour, just by asking Siri to notify you. And finally, to really explore all of the potential of Siri, press the question mark in the lower left corner, or simply ask Siri, "What can you do?" The Notification Center, introduced in iOS 7, which allows you to access information that's current, is done by swiping down from the top of the screen, and it has been expanded this year. You can now add information from independent apps. So you just tap on the edit button at the bottom and add various widgets from third-party applications for news, sports results, or expanded weather reports. Mail in iOS 8 has become a whole lot smarter with all sorts of new time-saving features. If an email contains important new information like appointments, names, or phone numbers, a suggestion appears at the top of the screen, so you can add the information to your contacts list or your calendar. If you swipe an email message from your list in your inbox from left to right, you can mark it as unread, so you can look at it again later, or swipe right to open options to flag it, move it to a folder, or even delete it. Have you ever started an email and realized you need some information buried in another email, like names or dates? Now, instead of having to delete and start over or to save a draft, you can just pull down on the draft and your inbox appears so that you can check your other emails and quickly copy and paste the information between messages, and then pull back up on the draft tab and finish the new message. Safari has a lot of changes, and I think most of them are in the iPad. You now get the same tab view as you got in the last few years in the iPhone, and a new sidebar just like on your Mac. You can now open a graphic view of all of your open tabs or web pages. just click on that multi-page icon in the upper right corner. On the bottom of the page, you will also see all of the open tabs on your other devices, so you can find that shopping page on Amazon you were browsing last night on your laptop, the next day on your iPhone. And on the left side of the menu bar, on the top of your Safari page, you can tap the icon to open your saved bookmarks, your reading lists, and your shared links. In particular, reading lists is a great feature added to Safari last year that I really use a lot. It allows you to save open web pages for later reading. Apple has also updated Safari on the iPhone to clearly show you all of your favorites, the sidebar, and again, the open web pages. QuickType, or predictive typing, is a great shortcut for sending texts and emails. As you type a sentence, Apple makes guesses as to what you want to add next. So all you have to do is click on your choice of the words they suggest, which appear above the keyboard in a gray bar, or ignore them, your choice. And the word suggestions that Apple makes are very interesting. In your casual texts, the suggested words are themselves more casual, as opposed to the more formal settings of email where language is more polished and correct. You may have seen a friend with an Android phone slide one finger around the screen to type. This is called swiping as opposed to typing. This and many other keyboard options are now available through third-party independent apps like SwiftKey, Swipe, or TouchPal. Check them out in the App Store. Family sharing is a new way to bring harmony to your family's digital life. Families can share purchases from iTunes, iBooks, and the App Store without having to share personal account information. Pay for family purchases with the same credit card and approve your children's spending right from a parent's device. Easily share photos, a family calendar, and more with up to 6 people to keep everyone connected. Once you set up family sharing, family members get immediate access to each other's music, movies, TV shows, books, and apps, plus share photos and calendars. The whole family can contribute to the family photo album. iOS 8 automatically sets up a shared photo family album where you can all contribute photos, videos, and comments. And everyone stays up to date on everyone's devices. So you're always just a tap away from the latest vacation shots or birthday highlights. And now it's really easy to become one of those organized families. One shared family calendar equals one happy, organized family. Everyone in the family can add events to this one calendar. You can set up family reminders that will appear on everyone's device at exactly the same time or place that you choose. Is your family all over the map? Apple has you covered. With family sharing, upwards of 6 family members can keep tabs on each other. And yes, you can turn off the locator service temporarily or permanently. With the Find My Phone app, family members can now use their various devices to locate one that's lost and have it play a sound, even if the ringer is turned off. And you, as a parent, can set limits and still look like the good guy. You can enable Ask to Buy to require children to get permission before making iTunes or App Store purchases, and pay for them with your credit card. Apple has finally expanded iCloud to allow you to access all of your files, just like Dropbox, and similar to Apple's old MobileMe service that used to do the same. It's cloud storage backup done right. Now you have the freedom to work with the document of your choice on the device of your choice. Because with iCloud Drive, you can safely store all of your presentations, spreadsheets, PDFs, photos, and images in iCloud and access them from all of your devices: iPhones, iPads, Macs, laptops, and even PCs. Using iCloud Drive, you can start creating a presentation on your Mac at home, make some final edits as you're heading to your appointment, and make the presentation with your iPad. All the changes you make along the way appear automatically on all of your devices and are safely stored in iCloud. Start your work in one app and add the finishing touches in another. Create a chart in Pages and place it in a Keynote slideshow. All of this is now possible. The new Health app gives you an easy-to-read dashboard with graphs of your health and fitness data. How are you now has a really accurate answer. Heart rate, calories burned, blood sugar, cholesterol. Your current health and fitness apps are great at collecting all of these bits of data points. The new Health app puts all that data in one place, accessible with a tap, giving you a clear and current overview of your health. Apple has created a new tool for developers to do this called Health Kit, which allows all of the incredible health and fitness apps to work together for you. It's really the beginning of a health revolution. For example, you can allow the data from your blood pressure app to be automatically shared with your doctor, or allow your nutrition app to tell your fitness apps how many calories you have consumed each day. Perhaps the best part of the new Health app is the new emergency card, which is a great comfort if you've ever wondered how medics would be able to quickly diagnose your condition if you're unable to communicate clearly. Anyone can press the emergency button on your iPhone's lock screen, and they will immediately access a medical ID card where you can list all of your allergies, your medical conditions, and who to call immediately. Apple products have always been designed to work together, but now they'll really surprise you because iOS8 and the new desktop software, OS X Yosemite, that's used for the laptops and the desktop Apple computers, are all working together. Let me show you. Handoff is probably the most amazing part of this. It lets you do just that. Hand off your data from your desktop computer to your iPhone or your iPad. Use handoff with favorite apps like Mail, Safari, Pages, Maps, Reminders, Messages, and also developers have been now authorized by Apple to build handoff into their applications too. A good example is the handoff for the iPhone. Sometimes when your iPhone rings, it's not where you are. Maybe it's charging in another room, or it's buried in your coat pocket. But your Mac or your iPad happens to be sitting right in front of you. Now you can make and receive phone calls on those devices as long as your iPhone running iOS8 is on the same Wi-Fi network. Incoming calls show the caller's name, number, and profile picture. Just click or swipe the notification to answer, ignore, or respond with a quick message. And making a phone call from your iPad or your Mac is just as easy. Simply tap or click a phone number in Contacts, Calendar, or Safari to make the call. And having a conversation with friends and family who don't use iPhones has finally gotten much easier. That's because you can now send and receive the old-fashioned SMS or MMS text messages right from your iPad or your Mac to a friend who has a Windows or an Android phone. And you can respond back on whichever of your devices is most convenient to use at the moment. You can start a conversation on your iPad or your iMac, and you can finish it by picking up the iPhone. Now when you need to get online, but you're not near a Wi-Fi hotspot, you're no longer out of luck. With the new Instant Personal Hotspot feature, you'll see the name of your iPhone in the list of Wi-Fi networks in Settings on your iPad or your Mac and in the Wi-Fi menu. And just select this and you're connected using your phone's cellular data plan. Spotlight is the search function on your iPhone or your iPad, and it now goes beyond Google to help find what you're looking for. Here are some examples. Google is great, but sometimes you want more specific answers. For example, you can now use Wikipedia as the encyclopedia type answer. Spotlight also searches news sources on the web to bring up the latest breaking news. Looking for a restaurant? You can now find results located in your immediate area, including phone numbers and business hours. Of course, being our for-profit friends, Apple will take you to iTunes anytime you search for music, new apps, or books. One last area I want to just touch on briefly is an exciting new program called Apple Pay. Paying in stores has never been easier. With Apple Pay, you just wave your new iPhone at the store's terminal. I'm sorry it doesn't work with the older iPhones, as you need the new near-field communication antenna that's built into the new phones and also will be built into the new Apple Watch when they come out in the spring. More on this next month when we discuss Yosemite. iOS 8 is compatible with nearly all the iPhones, from the 4S on and all of the iPads since the iPad 2. It even works with the latest generation iPod Touches. As always, Apple tends to drop the upgrade support for the older mobile devices as the old phones don't have the processor power to run the new software. Plus, it allows Apple to nudge users to replace their old phones. So there you have it, 9 major areas and a whole lot more, all in the new iOS 8. There are many new subtle changes that I haven't had time to cover here that you will get to discover for yourself. So download the latest version, which as of October 31st was version 8.1. You do this by opening Settings on your iPhone or your iPad, tapping on General, and then Software Update. Good luck! So, questions, comments? Drop me an email at douglindahl@gmail.com and be sure to download this presentation as a PDF at our website, rmug.weebly.com. Thank you.